Hemant Soren has created a political history of a sort. It is the first time in the politics of Jharkhand that an incumbent government is coming back to power, and Hemant Soren is being re-elected and re-elected, and that too with a massive, it's a massive victory, I would say. More than 50 seats out of 81 is quite a good number, and it was a very high-pitched battle since the political battle started. In Jharkhand, we saw various kind of narratives being floated, both by the BJP, the NDA camp, and the India Bloc camp. And basically, there were three chunks of voters who were being targeted by BJP. The number one and the most important were the tribals. And that is the reason why you saw the narrative of the Bangladeshi illegal immigrants being floated by BJP in Jharkhand, and they went on to add that the JMM government, the Congress government, was trying to settle down illegal Bangladeshi immigrants into Jharkhand, and those illegal immigrants were actually eating into the resources meant for tribals. So JMM is not a party actually which cares for the welfare of the tribals. This was a narrative which BJP was floating on the ground, but somehow this narrative did not work. At least the result says so, that the narrative did not work, and tribals solidly seems to have stood with the JMM. And JMM, remember, is primarily a tribal party. This is a party which actually came into existence from the Santhal area, and it's because of the tribal issues. And still you have Shibu who is considered to be the tallest tribal leader out here. Hemant Soren has been handed over the political baton of this party, and being Shibu Soren's son, he now runs the show here. The second most important chunk which the BJP and NDA was targeting was the women voters. Remember, almost clearly 50% of the voters, safely you can say, are women, and they were given under a flagship scheme launched by JMM. They were given 1,000 rupees monthly stipend if they were below the poverty line under Maiya Samman Yojana, and this was supposed to be the flagship program of JMM, and JMM had also added on to it that if they were voted back to power in Jharkhand, then they will increase this stipend amount from 1,000 rupees to 2,500 rupees. So now, once they are voted back to power, that in amount would certainly be increased, as it has already been passed by the state cabinet. In counter to that, the BJP promised Go Didi Yojana, where they had promised to pay a stipend of 2,100 rupees if they were voted back to power. But now that BJP is not coming in power in Jharkhand, so that promise actually did not work on ground. And basically, this Maiya Samman Yojana, the initial 1,000 rupees which JMM was giving, that actually played the magic, because we saw a large number of women queuing up, and we saw it in figures also released by the Election Commission, that the women at most of the places outnumbered men. See, this 1,000 rupees, 4 monthly installments have already been paid, and the fourth installment actually hit their accounts just 4 days before the first round of polling was happening. So it was well timed, and here the people, especially the women, they had to choose between promises being made vis-a-vis actually the money hitting their account, and they chose the money hitting their account, it seems. And the Maiya Samman Yojana worked for them. This 1,000 rupees worked for them, and they were also upbeat about it, that if the JMM is voted to power, that 1,000 rupees would be increased to 2,500 rupees, which is a substantial amount in terms of if you stay in a rural area. But what actually did magic for JMM, in my opinion, is sending JMM chief Hemant Soren, or the Chief Minister Hemant Soren, behind bars on a corruption charge. So that actually backfired, because JMM also played, and actually Hemant Soren played a victim there. Hemant Soren played the victim card, and he went to the town, he went to his voters saying that here is a chief minister who is a tribal chief minister, and BJP is not able to tolerate even one tribal chief minister in the country. So they have victimized me, they have targeted me, and they have sent me to behind bars, to jail. And that message was loud and clear, and that actually, I think, echoed especially with his supporters, with his tribal voters, and that backfired for BJP. So had JMM chief Hemant Soren not been sent behind bars, things might have been slightly different. I don't know whether the result would have been different, but things might have been different or number would have been different. But here was a mistake which BJP made, or BJP is accused of being making, and that actually worked in the JMM's favor. With cameraman Ashish Kumar in Ranchi, this is Prabhakar Kumar for NDTV.